Your journey has come full circle. Duke Elton has asked that you travel back to Candlekeep, where you must spy upon the leaders of the Iron Throne. While it troubles you that such evil men now make use of the Great Library, and you wish the circumstances of your visit would be different, it will still be a pleasure to return to your former home.
Get back home with us.
If you insist.
Oh, I'm getting a little sleepy.
Hold, travelers! Before you will be allowed entrance, you must donate a tome of great value to our libraries.
We have the book you require. You have met the requirement to gain entry to our most holy library. It is fine to see the child of Brian once again within these hallowed grounds. Please have your less civilized friends refrain from causing trouble. We are very strict with the letter of the law, as you well know, Hugo. I'd like to think he was talking about Emmeline. Who also used to live here. Now there's a face I never thought I'd see again in a million years. When we heard about Gorian's passing, Fuller and I went out to gather his body, but you were nowhere to be seen. I don't know what you two came across that night, but Gorian died a noble death saving you from it. That night's all a blur. We were ambushed, and he told me to run, so I did. It's good that you did it, or you wouldn't be here to talk to me right now. There's never been any shame in running every now and again. First thing I'm going to do.
I am so very weary.
Is everybody getting tired?
If you insist.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Aye, now there's the rapscallion. Set on the little wisp now and make every bolt count. Winthrop, the old fool, if I had an arrow for every one of these practical jokes you've played on me, I don't know, I'd have a lot of arrows. Well met, my friend. Yes, you'd run me right out of the fletching business in a flash, you would. It's good to see your impish face again. Now fill me in on what it is you've been doing lately. I've been trying to get to the bottom of this metal crisis. A merchant's guild is involved somehow. Iron Throne. Do you know anything about them? The Iron Throne, child. Why, there be no bigger or more dastardly mercantile consortium in all the Western realms. They've been barred from Cormyr for their unsavory practices, but all it's done is make them nastier. You'd best steer clear of them as long as you've still got life in you. Does he even have anything? Or is it still just what he had at the beginning? Yep, just what he had at the beginning.
You close your eyes tonight, and visions of Candlekeep swim into view. As you pass through the gates of the Citadel, there is a flash of memory, and you are a child of only a few seasons once more. At your side is Gorion, gray-haired even all those years ago. How old must he have been to age so little in the time since? Aged as he ever was, you still have to run to keep up with him. He has an important meeting with Ulrond, the keeper of the tomes. An important meeting about you. Funny, you don't remember it. As you stand outside the doors of the inner keep, you can hear the shouting from within. Gorion seldom raised his voice, though you did not care to listen to the discussions at your previous stops either. As you trace patterns in the water of a fountain, a reflection distracts you from the argument. A large raven has perched atop a stone wall and stares directly at you with huge black eyes. You stare back through the mirror of the water and are suddenly afraid to meet the bird's gaze any other way. It has claws for feet. You think to yourself, little skeletal claws. The doors of the keep suddenly swing open, and Ulrund storms out. He glances at you for a moment, but looks away as he speaks. You both can stay, he sneers, but mark my words, that child will be the death of you. A flash of memory once more, and Gorion walks out of the keep as he is today, dead. You drop your gaze back to the water so as not to see. The raven is gone, but your own image remains. Your eyes are black, like those of a bird. Like father, like child, the reflection says. You wake with a yell, predictably unrested.
Draw upon Holy Might. So,
Your company is a welcome part of this group.
18, 12, 15. So they raised by 2 for now. That's all I wanted to see. That's why I say. Reaver, is you that
All right, all right.
dwarf
By
that
Moradin's hammer!
you've been away without leave, soldier. Are you expecting forgiveness? Are you expecting redemption? Well, spare me. I want 500 push-ups, and I want them now.
That called?
Don't know how you're expecting me to do that now.
All right, all right. Very well.
Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, is it because it's nighttime that he's not there?
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Can't wait until the next game where you get better healing potions. I think in Siege of Dragon Spear, you also get better healing potions. Hey, we need to get pushy.
Salutations. I am Catterley, a visitor of Candlekeep, like yourselves.
Pardon if I seem out of sorts, but the journey has been long and treacherous, and my labors age me so. May I inquire as to your name? I am certain I've seen your face before, but I cannot fully place it. I'm Nico, and I called this place home for many years. Nico, then I know you well, though you may be hard-pressed to remember. I was last here years ago and conferred with your foster father as you were off to chores. I am not much your senior, really. I am certain you tire of hearing it, and that Legion have told you the same, but Gorion was well known to me. His death has been mourned by many. I have received sympathy from many a person I have never met before. Who was he to receive such adulation? Simple respect is all that it is. Gorion did many good things for many people. When last I spoke with him, I was barely acquainted with his fellows myself, but those who harp do tend to keep to themselves their affiliations. He was a long-standing member, from what I understand. Likely he said nothing to you because he wished your childhood to be as normal as possible. Suppose all parents wish this, whether the child is theirs or not. I have yet to meet anyone who may claim to achieving it, though. How do you wager you have fared? As well as can be expected, though I have learned much about myself that perhaps was better left unknown. Would that I had a gold coin for every person I have heard say such a thing. I am sure your troubles vary greatly from my own experience, but we all have trials we must overcome. We all have a side that should not see the light of day too often. What matters is how much strength you wish to let it have. Bah, such words are better saved for classes and meditations, not for reunions. I will take my leave, though perhaps I shall see you again before I am to go. The tomes of Candlekeep are very nearly endless, and I am sure to be here for a 10-day at least. There are some within the central keep who wish to speak with you, so it would be wise of you to visit there sometime. Farewell, my friend.
Hello there.
Oh, why hello. Have you seen my book? Wait, no, you found that already, didn't you? I just don't know anymore. You haven't been around lately, have you? No, I haven't been back since Gorian died. Brian, why yes, of course. I'm sorry, I've made a bore of myself again. Brian was a good and wise sage, and he obviously raised you with better manners than I would have been able to. You've gotten old. Well, we're off to go into Candlekeep proper.
All right, all right.
The keep of Candlekeep, that is.
Something on your mind?
Karen, one of the tutors. Nico, my child, look at you. Your face has gained some new lines since the days when I tutored you. Ah, Karen, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lays beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them, now that I've returned. Why, what is wrong here? Shall I tell the Watchers? The Watchers are no more use than a bundle of sticks. Please just tell me if you have seen anything strange in the library this past while. Strange? Why, yes, that is just the word I would have used for that Quaveris fellow. He was right here beside me, taking Alando's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the seer's words upon his quiet breath, but when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed, and he was reciting page after page as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and wandered off. I was just returning the prophecies to the rightful place here. It might be wise to take a look. If this Covaris is dangerous, though, I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Well, dip me in broth and call me stewed. If it isn't little Nico, why, I haven't seen you for nearly, quite some time anyway. Hello, Theoden. How have you been? I still remember you running about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Yep. Of course, you never did stay in those rags of yours long. Yes, yes, I remember. But how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that fella Blackstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the outer keep with Gorion hot on your trail. Took the cloak right off his back, you did, and made yourself just the cutest little... Yes, 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 I remember. Could we drop it, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Helbin Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important, while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Such a lark, eh, Jessup? I thought I'd catch my death from laughing, I did. You and me both. Brian was shaking like a leaf, he was so mad. As fun as this has been, I should really be going. Nobody... nobody... Nobody was sure what to do, and then Kelvin mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of the neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared. They weren't they, Jessup? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, and then old Kelvin busts out in the biggest laugh you have ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad, except you, Nico. You just stood there, naked as the day you were born, and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Oh, certainly, little one. Stop by any old time, though. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster. I'm sure your little friends would love to see. Remember the one of Nico on the bearskin rug? Jessup? Surely do. In the buff as usual. Cute as a bug you were. Go play with your friends now. Go on. Oh. It's like everyone is a parent here. Brian was my foster father, but everybody had a hand in raising me. Scene. Move. Jeez.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Hello, Nico. It is good to see you here once again. I pity you could not have returned during a more restful time. Why, what is going on that would cause you such stress? Oh, it's nothing, I am sure. It's just that, well, things just seem a little strange around here. Those decidedly unmerchant-like merchants, for one, and some of our own monks are acting odd as well. One fellow in particular. Really? And who would that be? Well, there's this fellow named Cloveris. I assume he is a visiting sage of some sort, but he seems more interested in our guests than the tomes. He makes me nervous. I think he's had the same effect on others as well. Young Shistel has been out of sorts for days now. He is not as thick-skinned as I. You remember how nervous he used to be? He's quite the opposite now. Seems like a totally different person. I worry about him. I should go. It has been nice speaking with you.
Very well. The Lord of Murder shall perish, but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage, so saith the wise Alondo.
Nico, you look distressed. What is it, child? There is trouble here, Chanter. You must help me. You are right. I have felt it too. Pray tell me how this aging frame can help you. As Chanter, you know the history of this keep better than any other. I have grown up here. I have played within its walls, but there were many places I was never allowed to go. I am older now, and I will go where I must, but please, are there any places in this keep of which I was never told? But what right have you to ask that, child? I am not a child anymore, Chanter. The entire keep is in danger, even its most secret and sacred places. Please, Chanter, Grime would have had it so. I am growing old, and the young are not so young anymore, nor the carefree so carefree. Alondo the seer, the one who founded this fortress of knowledge, and whose prophecies I chant each day, he is entombed deep in the bowels of this place. I tell you this, Nico, because you're right. It is time you knew. But I beg of you, in Grine's name, do not venture into those trapped and warded halls unless some higher power than myself bids you go. Your stepfather would never forgive me for your loss. I must go now, child. Nico, it is time to chant this year's prophecies as I always have.
The Lord of Murder.
Apparently the stairs are soundproof. He went beyond the stairs and just his voice just vanished.
You need something, stranger?
All right, all right.
You need something, stranger?
If you insist.
Wasn't there before. Ah, I thought I might find you somewhere around here. Allow me to introduce myself. Please do. My name is Coveris. I used to work for your father, running messages to his Harper friends in Waterdeep. Before he passed on, he entrusted this ring to me and asked that I give it to you should evil ever befall him. Will you take it? And what evil befell him, Coveris? You were there. You saw it all. A woman, an armored figure, 2 ogres wielding clubs, and 2 archers. But Brian's petty magic was of little use against them, was it not? And you fled with your tail between your legs, hiding amidst the trees until dawn broke. And now it comes full circle, doesn't it? The Iron Throne, so close that you can almost touch them and wreak your revenge for that night. You're right, Coveris. I was there. Myself, my father, and 6 others who tried to kill us. Where were you, if you know so much? If you be so void of trust, I am surprised you have made it this far. It is of little matter. Go seek your vengeance or your doom at the hand of the Iron Throne. I wash my hands of it. Yes, I wonder where he was.
If you insist.
Especially since only 2 survived that ambush. Brian made quick work of all but 2 of them. And one was, yeah, the woman and the armored figure were the only 2 that survived that. I think.
If you insist.
My dear sir, you must realize that it is manners that make the gentleman. So would you kindly prove that you are one by leaving? The right people can afford to be rude, but this is not you. Leave now before my irate companion, Brunos, lets his temper get ahead of his reason. You're the leaders of the Iron Throne. We're the ones who have caused you so much trouble over the past weeks. We know what you're all about, and soon, so will Duke Elphin. And you're stupid enough to admit this? Well, my young friend, you may find safety within the library, but once you've left, there will be no place for you to run. We'll leave, but don't think this is the last of it. It won't be. Not by a long shot. That's fine, little ones. I'm sure we can expect to see you in the future. If not in person, then at least your heads. Tough Bruno's Ratar Testor.
The Iron Throne demands much. Perhaps more than the Knights of the Shield can give.
If you're just about done poking about this private room, please don't hesitate to get the bloody hell out. My almost apologies. I simply wish to know the topic of your meeting. The topic of our meeting was open to the public. We'd have posted it on the door, and even then, you wouldn't have had to come in the room. There's no fighting allowed in the keep. But so help me, if you don't leave, my next warning will be delivered on the edge of a blade.
Very well.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Leave me be, stranger. I've work to do. All the other monks gave me a warm welcome. Why not you? I have no interest in idle chatter. If you knew the daily routine of a monk, you would understand. I know the routine well. I lived here for many years. It is you who should know me. Of course, it is just that I did not recognize your face. I am just not acquainted with all of the monks quite yet. I was not a monk. I think you are lying. You would do well to leave me be. I tire of this game. Take your questions and go away, monkey. Oh no, I have many more questions to ask. For starters, who are you really? I am your death, foolish meat.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I killed the... There's no fighting, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I killed a doppelganger posing as a monk that said doppelganger probably killed.
I should have joined the army.
You picked the wrong time to come back, Nico. There's trouble hereabouts. Trouble? Of what sort? Strange trouble. I don't feel comfortable in the barracks anymore. A lot of the watchers have been acting weird of late. Oh, jeez. What do they want with Candlekeep?
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Nico, good to see you. I trust you are well? As well as can be expected, Pietro. How have you been? Oh, I pine for the days when you and Gorion still called Candlekeep home. You brought a bit of energy to these walls. I shall have to speak with you later at length, but for now you must rest. Gorion's old room is the third on the south corridor, just as it was. I think there are a few things for you there as well. We shall see you later. Third on the south corridor.
If you insist.
This one? No. Hello, Nico. If you are reading this, it means I have met an untimely death. I would tell you not to grieve for me, but I feel much better thinking that you would. There are things I must tell you in this letter that I might have told you before. However, if my death came too soon, then I would have never been given the chance. First off, I am not your biological father, for that distinction lies with an entity known as Baal. The Baal that I speak of is the one you know of as a divinity. In the crisis known as the Time of Troubles, when the gods walked Faerun, Baal was also forced into a mortar shell. He was somehow forewarned of the death that awaited him during this time. For reasons unknown to me, he sought out women of every race and forced himself upon them. Your mother was one of those women, and as you know, she died in childbirth. I had been her friend and on occasion mother. I felt obligated to raise you as my own. I have always thought of you as my child, and I hope you still think of me as your father. You are a special child. The blood of the gods runs through your veins. If you make use of our extensive library, you will find that our founder, Alando, has many prophecies concerning the coming of the spawn of Baal. There are many who will want to use you for their own purposes. One, a man who calls himself Saravok, is the worst danger. He has studied here at Candlekeep, and thus knows a great deal about your history and who you are. Brian. Not just that, he knows about the history.
Very well.